Hey guys, this is Masdouk, founder of TECHMA AI, where we provide CRM, data analytics, and AI solution for businesses. In this video, we're going to talk about vibe coding. You guys probably heard about vibe coding. Everyone is talking about it, right? So in the news, everywhere. And you have heard there's different vibe coding platform. One of my favorite one is Replit. We try a lot of vibe coding platform. You can think about, Lovable, V0, Botnew, and so on. There's a lot of them out there. In this video, the particularity will focus on Replit vibe coding, right? So how can we build a full stack application using Replit? So what is vibe coding? Vibe coding is a new way of building application using AI agent, basically. So imagine instead of being you, the human, building the actual application, writing the full code, the backend, the front end, everything, the AI agent is doing it for you. So you just need to sit and give instruction. And the instruction nowadays, you can give it just by writing plain English, right? Language, basically. So that's what we call vibe coding. And there's another particularity which I found, which is very interesting, is obviously you can do some vibe coding using ChatGPT, right? You can use Codex for that. You can use something like Replit, which is more like full stack and easy for people who are not, coder, who are not developer, who doesn't know how to write code. It's more like a user-friendly platform to use than the other one, I figure. And you also have Lovable, you have Bot0, which is very similar to Replit as well. And you have other, which is Cursor. You have Google, which also has released a new one, a recent one as well. So there's different way and there's different terms, and this can get very complicated. So to make it easy for everyone, we have built this platform for the vibe coder, basically. So the platform is called AppVibed, and this is fully vibe coded as well. Okay, so this is built using Replit technology, right? And on this platform, you will be able to go to vibe coding, and then you can see all the different vibe coding tool which we typically use when we write code or when we create those applications. So you can scroll down and see, you have Replit, which is there. And you can also filter by category. Obviously, when you have vibe coding, there's multiple things which you need to consider. So you need to consider authentication. You need to consider subscription if you are building a SaaS application. Obviously, if you are building an internal application, that's a different story. But if it is a SaaS application, you have to think about, the payment capability. You have to think about the email capability and the communication capability. So you need those different tools which you can easily integrate to your stack when you are building the application. Let's say in Replit as an example, you need to know what tool can you use to make it faster in asking the agent to just program it within the tool, within your application for you. So why everyone is so excited, including me, is so excited about the potential of this vibe coding thing, right? Why I'm so excited and why everyone in the industry is so excited about it is because it helps saving cost, right? That's the number one thing. Instead of hiring a developer, maybe before you have to pay, I don't know, 100K, let's say to develop a full stack application, even in a mobile app, imagine like you have to pay 100K. Now it will cost you, maybe less than 10K, basically, depending obviously on the application which you are building. Obviously, technology is not fully there yet. There's still a lot of work which need to be done. But 6 months ago, the technology today compared to 6 months ago is like there's a very, very big difference. The difference is huge and unimaginable. So I remember when I started coding using vibe coding, I started with Replit. I think it was like something like 8 months ago. And the version of that agent before 8 months ago is compared to today it's like 100 years in between the two versions. So there is so a big difference which just happened. I mean, there's a big changes which happen. It's so the technology is moving so fast and so quick. So these things will get extremely better as years go by. So you want to adopt this right now and start using it and leverage it for your business. So if you're a business owner, you are entrepreneur, you are a freelancer, you probably have idea of application, or you are actually using some application within your own business. So everyone usually, including us as well, if you see here, we have a contact form, right? So everyone is at some point is using contact form, right? So contact form business is actually making a lot of money. So you can think about Typeform, JotForm, and all of those different SaaS applications which you have to pay for per user. So what if you can build your own form application now and just use it? That means you don't need to pay any fee or anything to something like Typeform, right? So it helps you building your own technology, your own stack, and then just use it internally. So this is a very, very interesting, very interesting for businesses which are looking to save costs. And as you are growing, obviously that means you won't need to be paying for per user and all that different things which those SaaS applications typically charge for. Right, so that's where it gets really interested. So I'm very interested by that part of the business, the solution, where you can build an application fast and then just replace an existing application which you were using. So we're going to do in this video an example with Typeform. Right. So what about if you built Typeform clone? So where to start? Since we decided to not pay for Typeform anymore, by the way, let's check Typeform. What is the pricing? How much can we save not paying for Typeform? So we are now on Typeform website. Actually, this is a test account, but I will try to go incognito so that way we can just check it. So let's go to Typeform. So let's search for Typeform here, and we have it here. So they do form and survey. We can literally replace both if we want to, right? So this is the form. This is the website. So what is the pricing? So let's see, where is it? Okay, you have the pricing here, and wow. So you can see how much you can save. So for everyone, you actually pay $25 per month, right? And this is only for 100 response. So as you are growing, you will be paying more and more and more. So you can literally save per year just if you just start with this one, right? So 25 per year, like maybe around like more than 250, maybe 300 easily. And if you switch it to a monthly, you can see it's even higher, right? Than 25. But if you pay yearly, then it's lower, but if you pay monthly, it's even higher, right? So that's how much you can save and put it somewhere else. So yeah. So basically, you have an immediate ROI, return on investment, on you building the app for yourself, right? So that being said, let's get started. So you'll need to start by creating an account with Replit if you don't have one yet. So just go on replit.com and then you will be able to sign up there. Or you can also use my affiliate link within the description below. So I'm going to log into our existing Replit account. And I'm going to walk you through the platform itself. Okay, first. So on the left, you have the button where you can create an app. You can start with that. And then you have also an option where you can import. So if you're already using, you already have an application outside Replit, maybe Unlovable or other application, you can click on import, and then you will be able to import those applications here. And you have the publish app. So here you can see all the different the app you have published within your platform. And in here, you can see all the different apps which we have created. You can see there's a lot of apps which we are working on. So this is just few of them. Those are just the recent one. We have a lot of apps which we have been developing in Replit for our client. So now let's get started, right? So how do we start, right? So you just need to write the prompt. It's as simple as that. So so since we are looking to build a Typeform application, you can say build a Typeform type of application so that I can cancel my Typeform subscription forever. Right? So that's the goal, right? So we are looking to build a custom application for ourselves internally, which have the same functionality as Typeform. So build a Typeform type of application, and then I can even go to Typeform and give it like the actual Typeform link, right? So I have the link here. You just type, I think it's typeform.com. So I can give it the link so it doesn't get confused with another website. So build a Typeform application so I can cancel my Typeform subscription forever. I want to be able to, build, drag and drop different field type in order to create my form. I also need to be able to share my form link with other people, as well as embedding that form on my website. Very important, right? So I can even say this is very important because that's what we are looking for. That's the main feature. So that's the other thing. When you are building those applications, you don't want to do everything at once. Okay, you need to plan. So first thing here, we are building an internal application. It is not a SaaS application. So the way you build an internal application is a bit different, right? Because you don't need to worry too much about the subscription side of it. And then we need to think about what are the features which we need right away. What is the main feature which we want to focus on? So in this case, we want to be able to just drag and drop, build our form. Then once we have the form, we want to get the link, then use that link or that embedding iframe, put it on our website, and start getting directly some lead comes in, right? So I need also a place where I can see all those leads which came in. So have a tab, have a place to see all the submission, right? That is important. All the submission and being able to export them in Excel or CSV, right? So we don't need to think about integration and all that complicated stuff. So once you go to Typeform, you will see there's a lot of features. But once you start building those applications, you don't want to have all those features. Just focus on the main one which you need. All right, so I think we're good here. And in here, you have the option to choose web app, data app. Usually, honestly, I don't typically choose any of them. I just let the agent decide which one is the best for the kind of application I'm looking to build. So if I say I'm building a video game, then it will automatically choose a 3D game for me. If I say I'm building more like a reporting kind of things, that will choose the data app. So those are things which it's always better to just let the agent decide. And then other than that, you have in the future, they start building like the agents in AI automation, where you can start building that within Replit as well. So that way you don't have to use external application like, Zapier and NAN. So that's something which we can do another video on it. If you guys are interested, just leave a comment within the chat here. So in here you have the theme, so you can choose already right away the color which you want to use. I will let the agent decide automatically, so I don't need to do anything like that. And then I can even upload an attachment. So if I have a files, which I already have in terms of design, maybe a Figma file which I already designed, then I can just give it to the agent. So the agent will be able to look into that file and then replicate exactly what I'm looking to create. So let's get started. So click start chat, and then the agent will start planning. As you can see, the first phase is plan. So we'll plan, and it will show you what the plan is, and then you can say, okay, is this good, or do we need to make improvement to the plan? So let's see. So I will help you build a Typeform alternative so you can cancel the subscription. So he actually understands what we ask for, which is good. So he's vibing. That's good. Let's see. All right, so we have the plan. As you can see, it's going to be using app type is just a modern web app, and a drag and drop form builder application with shareable links, website embeddings, and submission management with export capability. So this is what we need. So it's actually giving you those options. So it actually automatically identifying that. Then show you need a drag and drop builder. So that's good. The form creation and editing with real-time preview. Unique shareable links, perfect. Form embedding capability, perfect. So it actually understand, and he also understood that we need like a mobile response. We haven't even asked. Then he also added a clean UI similar to Typeform, which is amazing. So let's start building that. I will just build the entire app, and let's get started. All right. So as you can see, the interface changed a bit. So on the right now you have the chat where you can continue chatting with the agent. And on the left, you have this button here where you can open the file, right? So this is, you can see this file will keep updating as the agent is working through the file. So you don't need to worry too much about this, except if you are a geek, you are very technical, then obviously you can play with it. You can click on those different things and see the actual content on them, the folder and the actual content inside it. All right, so the app is still going, which is good, as you can see here, and it's actually testing the functionality, which is amazing. And I was showing like those different features. So you can click on here, you can see your profile, you can click on account, and you can see more information on your profile and stuff like that, right? So you have that capability. You can switch the mode to dark mode if you prefer. And and then you have the preview. Those are what we call tools. You can click on it if you want to create a new tools. I mean, a new tab basically. Then if I want to see the integration, I can click on integration. That will bring me to the integration tab to see the different application which is connected to my current app. If I want to publish the app, will be the place where we do the publishing. And we can do the publishing after we finish the development of the app. Okay. And other than that, then you will have what else? Yeah, you have other things here, but the most important really is the publishing, the app storage, and then you have the database as well, obviously. And here you have the option where you can choose between those options. If you choose build, that means you can, whenever you type something here, you are asking the agent to build the things which you are asking. And then if you type, plan, that means that you want to plan, you want to discuss with the agent before the agent start doing the implementation, which is also nice. And you have the edit, which is more like whenever you select that, you can go on the preview and be able to edit things directly on the preview page. And you have the select element, so you can select some piece of the application and then ask the agent to do some specific things which you want it to do. And the agent will be able to understand easier just by selecting those different sections. So this is a really, really important feature to make, to talk to the agent to make this works perfectly the way you want it. All right, so it seems like the agent has stopped working without completing the task. And that happens often currently. So I hope in the future, Replit will fix this issue. I'm pretty sure they will do so. But currently you will see sometime the agent just stop at, phase task 2 and not complete the next task. So what you can do, so when that happen, is just like typing and say, please continue working on the other 4 task pending, and that's it. So you ask him to continue. So as you can see, the agent seems like he created like even a login page, which I haven't asked for, but which is fine, So maybe you want to make it secure. Obviously, you want to make your app secure. You don't want like, anyone else to just log into your app without, knowing who is actually logging into the app, even if it is an internal app. So it does make sense to have a signing and sign up capability, which is cool. So as soon as the agent understand that you need to continue working on the other 4 tasks. So you understand there's a conditional logic which is there. So let's try in the meantime to see if this is working actually, while the agent is working. Let's see. Okay, nice. So it's even put like some, you have to put at least 6 characters. Perfect. So it worked. So I created an account and then you get login right away. Obviously, that can be better. But this is just like 1 hour of work. And like literally 3 years ago, even like 1 year ago, that was not even possible. So this is cool. So let's leave the agent continue working and finish the other 4 tasks, and then we'll come back to this. So in the meantime, I will continue showcase those features here. So you can see the agent tool where you have like the capability of switching between autonomy. So if you want, whenever you are asking the agent to do something, by default I left it to medium. But let's say I want to ask something more complex, then I can switch it to high. Then I want to make sure that the agent is also checking the other previous application, previous functions or code which was written, so that it doesn't get overwrite or everything is working perfectly, right? So the agent will check the full application to make sure that there is no bug and everything is working. Then you have the max capability, which is when you are trying to rebuild a full, different, complete new application. Then you can use that max capability, but it's very rare that you will need to use this. And then you have the search option. So you can search, you can give the agent capability to search online when it's stuck somewhere. So it will be able to search online to make sure that it gets the response to continue working on your app. Then image generation, giving the agent capability to generate image right away, right within the app itself. And this is very, very cool. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are the main features which you need to understand. And obviously you have also like the history. So if you want to rewind back, from to a previous version of your app, you will have the capability of doing that. And then you have the chat option here. So if you want to open a new conversation with the agent, you can do that maybe after the agent finished work. And you say, okay, I just want to have a new conversation, within a new tab, maybe with different like memory, so the agent doesn't remember everything else. I mean, the agent still remember because this is still part of the full stack app, and I recommend that. But time to time, you just want to like, there's too many conversation within one thread, and then you are looking to just have another thread just to continue the conversation. In that case, you can use this button here to start a new conversation. So yeah, let's leave the agent continue. And then once this is done, we'll come back to this. Right, so the agent has finished. So this time it actually completed the 6 task it's supposed to complete. And it worked for 1 hour, which costs around $13, almost $14, right? 1 hour, that is insane. So this is really, really, really crazy. So let's test it. I'm very excited. So let's test and see if this actually works. So let's start with this. Just put test.com. All right. Oops. Email already registered. Okay. All right. So let's put test 1 then. Perfect. It actually worked. So it worked. We are in the app. Perfect. So I can see this is the application name. That's cool. And this is your profile. Once you log in on the right, you can click on it to see you can log out from here. And the design, obviously, you can, we can make it better. You can see the submission form here to see all the submission. And you can see all the form. You can go back here. You can create your first form. Nice. So I guess you can select it. Okay, you select it and actually select the actual question. And you even have the theme settings on the top, which you can click on. So you can change the primary color, the background color, the text color. You can even change the logo if you want to add a logo to the actual form. This is incredible, right? You can even give the form a description. So let's call it contact us now. And we can ask the first question. What is your name? All right. You can make this mandatory. And then you even have the email. So we can say, what is your email? You can make some mandatory. And you also have like conditional logic. This is cool. So actually add some conditional logic. You have a checkbox. So you can say, you can give them option. See, how old are you? And then we can have option like 19 and 20. That's very cool. So you can also delete. It's actually there. It's actually working. So let's see the conditional logic if this actually work. You can say, okay. So the conditional logic is you can choose based on what is your name and what is your email. So you can say if what is your name is okay, contain, let's say Mr. Then you want to show, I guess you want to show that if that's how it works. I'm not sure. You can add another condition. You can add multiple condition actually. So I guess this will show if the name is contain Mr. Okay, so I'm very excited to test that. So let's see the file upload. The file upload here. Okay, so you have the file upload. You can say upload your resume, right? Something like that, whatever. And then you can allow all type of kind of file, which is cool. You can make that mandatory as well. And I just saw one other thing is you can also move the question. This is good. This is really good. I haven't even asked that, and it's it worked perfectly. You can even rate. So let's put the rating there. I think the only thing which I might like will just be to be able to drag and drop, but it didn't do that, but it's fine. So you have the stars. You can put the stars or the number for the scale. So how was your experience? This is very nice. Okay, so we finished the form. We can design the color. Maybe you want to use something completely different. Let's use TECHMA color or like a green for the main color. And I would love to have more like a preview, but I don't see a preview here. So that's another thing which you can also probably improve just by prompting. So save that. Okay, so enter a form title. So it's missing a form name. Okay, I can enter the form name here. Contact form. Nice. Save it. Did it work? It actually worked. So now once you save it, then you can preview the actual form. Let's preview it. Oh, wow. That is cool, man. That is cool. So that means, you can literally cancel your Typeform subscription. So you can enter my name. Okay, let me try the Mr. and see if they actually work. Oh, wow. It worked. Crazy. So this is very, very exciting. So, and then you can enter your email address. You can upload files as well. Does the file upload works? Wow, it actually worked. This is impressive. So it worked for 1 hour and it actually worked. So let's use this one here. And the upload actually worked, like I didn't get any error. So the scale questions, I can put 5 star, what you experience, 5 stars, and submit. What happened? I should see normally a thank you page. Did it work? That didn't work. Okay, so that part didn't work. So I can say, you can ask when I submit form A is not submitting and I don't see the thank you page. So now the system will check and see what is the issue with that, right? Actually, let me refresh. Okay, once you refresh, you go back to the previous page. So then let's go back here. So let's see, maybe it's here. Okay, it's actually, this is the form which I just created. And the design is actually there. It's very cool, man. I really like this. Then you can copy the link as well, and you can open it, I guess, within a new tab. Okay, this is the development link, so you can open it to see the actual form, exactly like we asked. So instead of using type form and all those different form application, you just use this, and it actually worked. You see, it's okay. It's fixing the issue. So let's see if that will work after it fixes it, and then we can submit it again. Oh, I don't remember what was the password. Let's see. Well, we'll have to create a new password. So let's see this to finish, and then we'll try again. So this is going very, very well. So it seems like it's completed. It fixed the issue. I don't know if that will work this time. So what I will do is, instead of every time trying to log in again and again, I will ask the system to create a demo login for me. So that way I don't have to, go through the authentication page every time. It's very annoying. So when you are in development mode, you don't want to worry too much about the authentication and bypassing that every time. So usually what I like to do is asking the agent to just create a demo admin login. So say create a demo admin login button here. So whenever I clicked on it, it just bring me right away into the app. So that way we can bypass the login issue. So the agent actually completed the task. So the task is now completed. As you can see, now we have the demo admin login button here. So whenever you click on it, it should log in normally. So let's see if this works. Right, it actually worked. So we didn't need to do anything complex. We just asked the agent to do it and actually create the button for us to log in right away. Then you can just create the form again and see if it's actually submitting, entering the title here and save it. And then we have the preview view option there. You can submit the information. So this is an email. So let's just put an email format and then enter the question and then submitting. And then we have an actual response, which is good. So I think what will have been good. So if I go back here, actually, so let's see if we can go back to the home page. Yeah, perfect. Actually bring us back here. Now we have the form which we have created. Then we can see what are the submission, because we want to see who actually submitted that form. So if I click on analytics, I should be able to see, wow, this is really good. So it actually give you like, okay, you have one submission this week. And then how long it took for the person to complete this, actually like 100% completion. This is really nice. You can even select the date filter if you want to see some specific analytics, which is nice. And you can also view the form. I mean the formats as well. That's very cool. What else can we do? So you can see the submission here. Okay, you can see the submission in table format as we asked. Then we can export it in CSV. Let's see if this is okay. Wow, it actually did it in CSV format exactly like we asked. That's it. I think this is cool, right? So I mean, this is very simple. This is exactly what we need. I think the only thing missing here is the embedding iframe, which I'm not seeing. But that's something which you can ask the agent to do, and then it will do that, and then we can use it and embed it on our website, right? So the next step after we test it is to publish the actual app to the live so that we can actually use it. If it has to be on the internet, on the cloud, so that way you can use it anytime. Your form, and anyone can submit the form, and then having everything trigger from there, right? So that will be our next step. So before that, I will take few hours kind of just to tweak further the actual prompt and make the app better, basically, so we can see something a bit different. And then we'll compare both. Okay, so we'll keep this version of the app, we'll keep the new version which I did, and then we'll compare both with the new design. All right, so see you in a bit. All right, so before I show you my other version of the app, let's publish this one, and then we'll compare both. So to publish, you just click on this publish button. I'll bring you on this page, and then you can just rename it. We'll call it Typeform clone, and we'll make it public. And the other option here, which is important, is if you would like to create a different database, which is called production database, basically, because within the environment in which we are currently, we are in the development database. So usually when you are still in the development, you haven't fully finished to build the app, everything is not done yet, I recommend to just uncheck this and just keep the same database which you have for the development will be the same you'll be going to be using for the production database. All right. Then whenever you are ready, then you can then just click on this checkbox whenever you are publishing it again, because obviously after you make some changes, you need to republish the app every time. All right. So in that case, whenever you're ready, then you can just check that box, and that will create at that time the real production database. So that way you can have a separation between the development and the production, which is very important once your app is live. So let's publish it, and it will take, this is not a very big app, so it should be quite quick. Just click on this publish button. So it should be quite quick. So let's see. Normally it would take like, max 1 or 2 minutes for this to finish. So while this is going, so let me show you the other revamped app, right? So this is my other app, which is exactly the same idea as the one which we just did, right? So this is the same app. As you can see, we have a bunch of templates here, which we have created, so there's a lot of template which is here, which is very, very cool. And you can see the design looks very similar to the previous one, which we just create together, right? And then in here, you can click on edit if you want to edit this form. That will load the actual form. You can see this is how this one looks. I can just hide this completely by moving to the right. And in here, I can move those questions around as well as I would like. And I can also collapse this, which is very nice, which is a bit different than the previous one. Then you can also turn the color, you have the primary color. This is the design settings. You can do all those changes which you would like. And in here, you also have the share button, similar to the other one. In particularity here is like, you have 2 options. You have the embedded code, so you can just copy this embedded code. You can see what the form looks like as well. In this case, I don't have any form. I haven't created any form, so that's why this one is showing not found, because the form is not published. But if I go back to the previous page and then take an example like this one as an example, which is a published form, as you can see, then I click on share, then you will see like the embedding code now is a bit different. So you can see this is what this will looks like, right? So whenever I want to publish it, I can click on next. I mean, whenever I want to test it, I can click on it like real live within the app. I can do all my testing. I can copy the link from here as well, and just use it to once it is published. And then embedding even my iframe code on my website, and that's it. I don't need to do anything else. Then from there, I also have the option to save it as a template, which we didn't have the other one. So when I create a template which I like, I can save it and reuse it anytime which I want. So you can see that those are the kind of features you can actually add within your app when you are building them. If that's something which you might be interested into, or you start an app and then you don't know how to finish it, or you don't know how to improve it, or you don't know how to add more functionality to it, you can just reach out to us. You can go on AppVibed. And the goal of AppVibe, as I mentioned at the beginning of this call, is not only to help builder, right, people who build through Vibe code, to be able to have access to a list of application which we think is very useful, or a list of tools which is really useful. And if you don't have time to create those apps, you can come here and purchase some of our template. This is just a test; it's not really live yet in terms of the template itself. But we'll be publishing this template, which I just showed you for this application. So if you like it, then you can purchase it and then start using it. You will have like a customer portal where you can actually manage all your templates which you have purchased. So we have spent a lot of time building this. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. So let's go back to this one. Okay, it's already completed. So this is now live. The app which we have created together is live. So if I click on here, I can do this, will bring me to the app, which is live. You can see .replit, and I can log in. I can use the demo admin to just log in right away without needing to create an account. And the other option here, which is important, is obviously sometimes you don't want to keep the domain name of Replit. If you're using it internally, that could be fine. But if your goal is to make it a SaaS application, then you need to make sure that you come here under the domain, and then you add your own domain. You can connect your own domain here. So let's say you're using something like test.com as the domain. Okay, and then you click next. And then from there, we'll ask you to add this into your settings, right? Into your DNS settings, meaning like you have to go to GoDaddy, SiteGround, and so on, and then enter in those information and click on link. Usually it takes like 15 to 20 minutes for this to go live. And then you can access your app through this link directly. All right, so this is how it works. So I hope you guys enjoy. This has been a very, very long video. So I hope you enjoy the content. So if you enjoy, please share with other people and subscribe. And thank you. See you next time.